So, Shivani, I'm quickly going to come to you. In Israel, what is the sense now that these bombers are moving? They're moving towards a position that we would probably consider as aggressive or probably trying to help out Israel. What would be the sense that is US coming to save us finally?
See, Anjali, what we are getting information about is that Israel has now activated its attacks towards Tehran in Iran, in Isfahan also. And to counter these attacks from Israel, Iran is also prepared. Iran has also upped its ante in terms of activating its air defense system, especially over Tehran and Isfahan, where the major nuclear plants have been placed with the escalation that goes on, and especially after United States B-2 bombers moving. This is very important because there will be an activated attack or an operation from Israel also along with the United States. So Iran has also to be prepared, and it is preparing. And very important here, the president of Iran is giving out that statement that he's just not ready to bow down. Nothing can stop them from making their nuclear projects. That's what the latest statement has come in. So this shows that both the nations are ready in a further escalation after United States join this whole conflict. And we have to see that to what intensity it goes further in the coming hours. Anjali.
Yes, Pranay, I'm going to come to you because, you know, this is not just a 1:2 or 2:3 kind of a situation. You know, there are too many vectors in this entire thing. There are these other proxies of Iran's like the Houthis who've been, you know, threatening that if US comes into this scenario, then we are going to be bombing ships. So, you know, this is going to now just create a situation where the war just might spread beyond, it might bleed beyond the boundaries of Iran and Israel.
The conflict, if you see in West Asia, Anjali, it's already spilled over to many regions. If you see Lebanon, like Israel's campaign against Hezbollah, against Houthis in Yemen, and also like Hamas and Hezbollah Shabis in Iraq and Syria. So Israel is already engaging into various fronts. But if United States join, if you see the trajectory of the US defense asset movement in that region, recently US Department of Defense has authorized the movement of USS Carl Vinson, which is already there in the US aircraft carrier in the CENTCOM region, which overlooks that area, the West Asia region. Also USS Nimitz, which is another aircraft carrier. So two aircraft carriers are already there in the Indian Ocean region. Also, they have recently moved the most modern, most lethal, and most powerful US aircraft carrier and carrier battle group, USS Gerald R. Ford, in the Mediterranean Sea. So on one side, you have USS Gerald R. Ford in the Mediterranean to protect the Israeli interest. Also, for the aggressive posture. And if Iran tries to have any blockade or any possible posture in Gulf of Hormuz or in Hormuz Strait, then to counter that, you have like these two aircraft carrier, like which has like, you know, large number of fighter jets. Also, besides that, US has already moved some of its fighter jets in the forward bases of the West Asian region. US has around 12 plus air bases in the region, be it in Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi. All these countries have US bases, and in these bases, US has moved many assets in the region. And also, I told you about the Diego Garcia, which is in the Indian Ocean region. They have already placed B-2 stealth bomber. What does it tell? It tells us about like, you know, the asset movement, that US is also prepared to for any eventuality. And this posture is also a hard military posture to give a message to Iran that dare you try and hit us, then there will be a direct engagement of the United States. We really do not know whether President Donald Trump decides to sign any aggression, any war against Iran or not. You look for his polity, since Rohit was mentioning about the difficulty about his own political posture, because he has always sold his image as a deal maker, as a peacemaker. He always boasted. Yeah, peacemaker. Anjali, he boasted during his campaign that he's probably the only US president in recent past who did not start another war. So this is what he has sold to his clientele. But now he has articulated in a way that he is saying that he is ending a war. And that's why he used the words like complete end, the real end. So
Right.
this is he's selling it as a complete end to a war because Iran is sponsoring terrorism. Iran
Right.
is propping these popping these proxies,
Right.
and that's why
Right,
escalating
Pranay.
the tension in the region.
Right.
Yeah.